friends. I know I'm in a different room. I hope it's not too echoey in here. We're going to have a quick little chat and catch up. I'm going to show you the garden and just tell you what I've been up to lately, because life is still lifing around here, and I'm telling you, I've been gone all day, every day for 5 days in a row, actually 6. The one day I was home, I put in the garden with my husband. So I'm going to show you that. I'm getting ready to have my breakfast. We had quiche for dinner, so means quiche leftovers for breakfast. Got my delicious iced coffee right here, and my little tray of vitamins. So it really is early morning breakfast time. But I thought I'd take you out while it's still beautiful outside and show you what we've been working on in our vegetable garden. In the beginnings of getting things done, we're getting ready to reseal all of our pavers out here. My husband just put in new polymetric sand because it was sinking through in a few places. We've got our citrus out of storage. They've been in the garage with the heater. There's lots of light actually in there, so they do pretty well, but they always have a little shock when they come out of the shop for the season. And there's the pool. We bought a solar cover. If you've never had one before, that thing's amazing. We've already had our first swim. We were in the 90s. We turned on our heater, left the solar cover on. It got nice and toasty. And then we put the cover back on, and it kept the heat in. I'm going to start over. Okay, so we're going to walk under. You can see I've got to trim roses. Some of these did not come back, and some of these did. We've even got some old blooms that need removed so that it will bloom again. We got our fountain. We weatherproof it, so it's been brought out. It's got a fresh touch-up, resealed and ready to go, so that's exciting. We always get volunteers. Some things come back and some things don't. One thing that usually comes back is our dill, and cilantro has taken over that bed. We haven't put any other herbs in there. This one has chives, tarragon. This is sage. And is there anything else in here? I don't think so. Marigolds. I put lots of marigolds in. Here's our cucumber bed. We've also got straight neck squash and zucchini in here, so you can see our tiny little cucumbers. We have English cucumbers, Japanese cucumbers, and bush pickle cucumbers. For the most part, they just vine up and you can just pick them from above, which is amazing. Over here, we are going to put in some cantaloupes and things, but our lilies have quadrupled, so we're going to have to separate them out after the blooming season. They're coming up nice and healthy, along with our corabels. These are volunteer, we're not sure what. They look like zucchini potentially, so we'll find out. We're just left them alone. We'll see what they do. And then here is our blackberry bush. Blackberries are native to Oklahoma, and they volunteer. They actually really come up everywhere, so we have to trim it back. We always wait to do the trimming on the old cane in the new year, just to be safe. So we're going to have a trimming. This is still dormant, but this is the most beautiful violet crepe myrtle. My husband had a few leftovers, so he stuck some tomatoes out here in the pepper patch. This is where we put our peppers. I've got my big rosemary. That's actually elephant ears still hibernating under there. We're going to uncover them probably next weekend. And we've got little marigolds. I'm going to water today. I have to water by hand because we don't want to get his pavers wet so that he can seal them. So I'm going to water today. We've got all kinds of peppers in. Very excited about that. I've also got some snapdragons. This is a butterfly bush that is just overcome. It is just so big, but it's a nice pollinator. And then this is tomato row right here, and we've got our good eating tomatoes, and then a few of my favorite cherry tomatoes. My husband always overplants, and this year I talked him into scaling it back so it's more manageable and so it's healthier for the plants. So we are not doing we have 4 plants in here for tomatoes, and they just need more room. So we've gone back smaller, which I think is better. He's still This one's got 3. This one is also grows tomatillos, and the tomatillos come back on their own. So we have only got 1 tomato here, and then this will be tomatillos. Unless I'm not seeing the tomatillos like I did last year, which makes me think he may have put something in here, like a weed killer that may have killed my tomatillos. We will have to find out. I hope the wind isn't too bad. The wind might be terrible in this mic. I've also been planting. We just started planting all of our little pots. Sedum and Wandering Jew. I don't know what its technical name is, but it makes a pretty great plant for drape over. We had hibiscus that my husband tried to overwinter, and they did not do well this year, so I think those are going to get replaced. Got a few ferns. These are what's left. I have some cantaloupe to plant and a few things like this. We haven't done out by our mailbox yet. And we haven't done any hanging baskets. We just have the ferns up. But I've got all my little pots filled. They're pretty sparse looking, but experience tells me in just like a week, it's amazing how quickly they take over. So I try not to overfill them and give the plants a little room to grow. But right now they're looking a little sparse. This is diaper. I take the insides of the diapers out and put it in my soil. I usually put it under the plant because it helps keep in the pots, especially here in Oklahoma. Keeps some moisture in, makes the moisture last longer. Okay, so that's my quick little garden tour for the year. I will do an update when the roses are all in bloom everywhere and when our little orchard area starts making fruit. I'll be excited to share that with you. In other sewing news, I did order, last week I showed you a really neat block printed yellow and green fabric. I ordered another yard, so I'm working on a top of that. And then it's here because the laundry room's right there and I just pre-treated it. Look at this beautiful one. I love blue and white. I have blue and white dishes. Since I mentioned how much I love blue and white dishes, I'm going to just show you some of my blue and white dishes. I just got these recently. Aren't they cute? They've got little blackberries all over them. Now I have a full set of these. I have loads and loads of these, but I wanted some companions to go with it. And I like kind of mixing up my patterns. And then I got these. Aren't these pretty? It kind of looks like a peacock, but it's an Australian bird. I only got this size in it, which is sort of lunch plate sized. They're a little deeper than the lunch plate that matches these. These are either the Churchill or the Johnson. It's the same. They really look exactly the same, and I have a little of both in these. But look at how cute they are to mix and match. Just picked this little thing up at TJ Maxx. I also have my little teapot collection here, and I have that one. This one here is my favorite. It was my mom's, and then this one was also my mom's, but it actually belongs to one of my kiddos, and we'll be going to live with them eventually. I really like blue and white, and this is another lightweight one, so this is going to be another little summery top, maybe dress. We'll see how far it goes, and it comes from Third Eye. I get it on Amazon, but they had quite a few different fabrics. They sell out really fast. They're block printed on the softest, gauziest. It's not truly gauze. It's just a really lightweight, plain weave cotton, but lovely. Gonna make such nice summery dresses. I have ordered fabric for a pattern. I'll put the picture up here because I'm downstairs and I can't think of it. It looks like a t-shirt, but it's made out of wovens. I have some scrap fabric that I may try it in because it just takes like a yard of 2 pieces depending on the view you choose. I have some fabric in my stash that I want to use for it also, but it needs a companion because it's a stripe and I don't want to do the whole thing in a stripe. I want to do a solid and a stripe combo. So that fabric is coming. So all of those will be projects coming up soon. I'll probably just show you all the things that I've made before that I'm going to, that I'll just show up. I've got the Helios pant pattern pulled out. I'm going to make a pair of shorts and probably another pair of pants out of it for someone in my life out of the same linen. They look like this. I made 2 pairs of pants, and it's their favorite pair of pants. I see them wear them at least once a week, and I'm like, I need to make them another pair. And it's a pattern that I reused linen sheets and made the pants out of. And I have a lot of the sheets. My sister gifted them to me. She changed her color scheme and just gave me the sheets. So I have a lot of that fabric left over. So that's on my cutting table upstairs. My hope is to actually sew this week. I, again, will be gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm just in that period of my life where there's just a lot of things happening and it's taking me out of the house. I'm doing physical therapy for my back, which is a good thing. I'm going to eat my breakfast and drink my amazing iced coffee here that I make with half oat milk, half almond milk. Let me show you my coffee pitcher. It says dill pickles because I had dill pickles in it, but I put my little pour top on it and pour my ice brew that I make into it. So the dill pickle jar is my ice brew coffee pitcher. Sorry for such a short catch-up video this week. Next week, I am doing everything I can to be back to sewing. I really hope to work on that woven look t-shirt. That's my hope. If not, we will do a video on all the things that I've sewn off camera and share with you all those projects. So I'll see you next week for another fun video.